Now counter and accumulator. Counter is a numeric variable that is used to keep a record of the number of times a process is repeated. That means a counter counts how many times a process has occurred. Suppose I am writing a program, a counter will be used in this program to count how many times the program is running. Already it has how many times executed. To keep a track or keep a record of the number of executions it has already done, we use a counter. So for that reason, counter is always assigned a numeric value and it is initialized with 1. Here I take the counter variable as c equal to 1, it is the counter, and s equal to 0, s is the accumulator. Now what is accumulator? Accumulator is also a numeric variable which contains a data value in the memory and keeps on changing or getting updated with the progress of the program. So accumulator can be initialized with any numeric value also, with any text value also, but counter should always be numeric because counter is counting something and count means number, so it should be initialized with 1 and it should be numeric variable only. But accumulator can be numeric also, data also. The work of accumulator is to accumulate, that means gather data. It keeps on updating its value or changing its value according to the execution of the program or according to the value supplied from the input. Now coming to this program, first CLS, then the counter is initialized to 1 and s equal to 0. We want to do a sum total of all the marks. Suppose you have 5 marks or marks of 5 subjects or marks of 10 subjects. You want to do the sum total of all those subjects. Then for calculating the sum of those all subject marks, use the variable s. First s is initialized to 0. 0 means no value is there, and accumulator is initialized to 0 so that there is no garbage value. Garbage value means that type of value that may exist in the computer memory. It can be anything. It may be any previous type of value that has occurred previously in any other program. So that value may be stored in any location of the computer memory, and if we don't initialize this 0 with 0 or some other number, then it may take any random value and our results will be disturbed. We'll get wrong results. For that reason, it is better always to initialize with 0 so that the sum will be perfect. Now this is the label. We will use goto. For that reason we have used label. Now first of all, input, enter marks. Enter the marks of your first subject. The first subject marks will be stored in m variable. Now in the next line, s equal to s plus m. This means the first subject's mark is in m. It will be added with s. S is 0. So 0 plus, suppose you have given 70, or so 70 plus 0 will again be stored on s. Now s will become 70. Let me show you the calculation. See, first time execution, when you run the program, then how it works. First time it will start with c equal to 1, counter 1. That means first time it is executing, so the value of c is 1. and S is 0. Now after you input the marks, it asks for the mark due to this statement, enter marks. When you enter marks, suppose 70 for example. Now after this line, S is there, S equal to S plus M. So first time S is 0, you have given 70 here, so 0 plus 70, it will become 70. After this line, C equal to C plus 1, we have initialized C as 1, so now the value of C is 1. Now 1 plus 1 will be 2, that 2 will be stored in C again, and the value of C will be updated to 2 now. So C has become 2 and S has become 70. C equal to 2 means now it is heading towards the second repetition. That means second time it will again repeat. For that reason it is 2. Now I have given a condition so that it is not unconditional goto, so that we can limit the condition as per our need. If C less than equal to 10, then go to start. That means it will continue this process of taking the marks up till 10 times. That means we can input the marks of 10 subjects in this program. If you want to input the marks of 12 subjects, you have to write here 12. If 15, write here 15. How many times you will give here? That many times only the repetition of this program will take place. Repetition of this program means the repetition of this code between this label start and this if statement. These 3 lines will be executed repeatedly as per the condition given here. So for this reason counter is used, because each time it will count and check how many times the process has repeated, and according to that counting we can set a condition with the help of if statement, and we can keep a check on the limit of the number of times for execution. Otherwise it will go unlimited times. So put a limit to the number of executions to make it a conditional program, conditional goto statement. We use the if statement, and along with it we use the counter variable here. So first time the value of C is now 2 less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is true. As this condition is true, so it will go to again that label start. In the program it will find the start label. From the first it will search for the label start. Whenever it finds the label start, it will start executing the lines from here, not from there, because go to start means it is jumping, it is a jump statement. That means it will jump to this level only, particular this level only, not anywhere else. So it will come to this line only, and it will execute from here again. Again it will ask for marks, second time execution. Now you give 80, suppose this time another subject, previous suppose it was physics, now it is chemistry. Now you have entered marks 80. Now again this statement will be executed, S is equal to S plus M. Now previously the value of S was 70. Now you have input 80. So S plus M means previously S is now containing, the current value of S is 70 and the current value of M is 80. So 70 plus 80 is 150. So after completing this line, it will come here. That means S has now stored 150 within it. That means our second operation has been completed. So we are heading towards our third execution, so the value of C, that is counter, should be incremented by 1 again. So now C is 2, 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Now C will be updated with 3. That means we are going towards the third execution, and we will come to the third time, because here 3 less than equal to 10, true. As it is satisfied, then again it will go to start this level, and again it will start these 3 lines. Likewise it will go on. When the value of C becomes 11, repetition stops, that is 10 marks are added together. 10 times this process executes and 10 subjects are added, and all the total is stored in S. When the value of counter C becomes 11, this condition becomes false and it does not execute this go to statement again. The condition has become false, so whatever is after this then statement will not be executed, and it will go to the next line. The flow of control will be going to the next line, and it will print the total now. It will print total equal to S, and S now contains the total of all the 10 subjects you have given. It will print in the screen that total.